We're here when we see the younger ones, they say, oh, they're traveling to Europe, and say, when they travel to Europe, they go and play for only the Ghanaians and return and come back. No. You have to go beyond that. Because the thing our father used to tell us that is called what? Show business. It is show business. The business aspect will make sure that you make some money and put in your pocket and feed yourself as well as your family. And the show will allow people to see stuff. So we need to bring these things, the business aspect and everything, into our midst so that the younger ones will know that this is what it is. Because this kind of lockdown that has been here from last year and up to now, musicians are not working. How are they living? How are they supporting their families and all that? But if you have the sense of the business aspect of the music, even with this COVID, you can still walk tall and eat tall and enjoy tall. Because, you see, the business aspect of it is, if your music is made, if anybody uses your intellectual property for a commercial purpose, the one has to compensate you. That is the law. Everywhere you go, that is the law. Nobody can use your intellectual property without your consent or without letting you know how he's going to take it forward or what he wants to do with it. But all this is part of the show business. When you do it well, you'll be accruing royalties and everything, because the formalities of what we have over there, you have collection societies and all that. If you are part and parcel of them, they will make sure that anybody that uses your intellectual property will pay you. When I was over there, I joined most of them, I mean, like ASCAP and all that. I'll be sitting down, and sometimes, you know, you see that something will come in, things like that, you know, because it's a society. You have to join them. And because their society is well formed, any time that anybody uses your music, you'll be paid. We need to bring that in here, because we have other collection societies here, but you know, it has to be done well. Musicians are suffering. Right now, when there's a funeral, or when a musician dies and you go, you'll be sorry. Why is it so? And this is a musician that his music is being used daily in the radios, beer bars, VIPs and all that. So if your music and everything is used and you are not being compensated and things like that, then something is wrong. But we musicians have to get together to make sure that all these wrongs are put into rights.
Thank you.
It's very important. So my brothers and sisters, Highlife is alive. Highlife is alive. Highlife is alive. It belongs to you, it belongs to me. So let's make it work. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thanks so much. That's right. Yes, JW Ambule is a member of the fan club as well. Let's give it up to him. Yes, that was a wonderful one. That was a wonderful one. That's why we're still live on GTV and GBC News. So wherever you are, you can still monitor us. And also we are live on Unique FM 95.7 megahertz. So now we invite Kwampa to give us something before we move on. That's right.
Come on now, the sun is shining bright. Gather round, let's have it one more time. We promise you will have a good time. Let's do this the best way that you can find. This is our life. Calypso dance, moonlight music. Let's come together, do the limbo. This is our life. Calypso dance, sunshine music. Let's come together, do the limbo. This is our life. Calypso dance, moonlight music. Let's come together, do the limbo. life. Calypso dance, sunshine music. Let's come together, do the limbo. Come on now, the sun is shining bright. Gather round, let's have it one more time. We promise we will have a good time. Let's do this the best way that you know. This is our life. Calypso dance, moonlight music. Let's come together, do the limbo. This is our life. Calypso dance, sunshine music. Let's come together, do the limbo. Let's say high life, say yeah, yeah, yeah. Sing it out. Let's say high life, say yeah. As we do this for the last time, let's all raise our right hands in support of this beautiful organization and the fact that we are going to push high life to the world. Let's say high life, we'll say yeah. Thank you so much. Beautiful. One more time. High life, we'll say yeah. High life, oh yeah. High life, oh yeah.
So beautiful. This is high life music. That is what we're talking about. I really admire this band so much. Whenever I see them performing, I mean, looking at them, young people like this doing that Shiva form of high life music. Let's give it up to them once more. Pampa, you are good. That is good. That's why next on the item, now we are going to have some statement by some musicians that right now. And right now we're going to start with our own Kumi Guitar. Kumi, let's give it up to Kumi Guitar. One of the young musicians who are really projecting the image of high life. Yeah. Kumi, over to you.
I think Kumi can use.
Okay, that's fine. Good afternoon. And I'm privileged to be here amongst great people like you. I'll first say I'll thank Jehovah first and foremost, and the organizers and the members at large. Waited for this. I've waited years for this. The nation's attention. We've slept on high life. We've embraced other genres and we're praising it. Anytime high life is mentioned, it's as if it's for the old and not the young. It's as if it's past. It's as if it's not part of us anymore. But high life is ours. I'll borrow Ambule's words. High life is yours, high life is mine, and add one. High life is for us. We must have conscious effort to sell this heritage to the world. As a young artist, I had choices, but I chose high life. I could have done any other one. Yeah. And I vowed not to depart from it, because that defines me. And that's when I have the opportunity to go on any other shores outside Ghana, that is what will define where I come from. And to remind myself all the time, I composed the song Dream. Dream talks about high life and how I would teach my kids and remind Ghanaians of it all the time, that high life is ours, so we should go back to it. A.B. Quentel, Ambule, Pat Thomas, Ampedu, Pozo Hayes, Bessa Simons, Akablaze, the Kwampes. I mean, these are tallest. They are tallest. I can mention names over and over, and time would not permit me to mention names. They have done and still doing their best for high life. I, Nana Okumi, aka Kumi Guitar, would add up to the numbers positively. I'm passionate and biased when it comes to high life. And I'm humbled to announce to you that I'll do my best to keep telling the high life story, the original way, the Ghanaian way. Yes. This club will unite legends and young high life artists. Like Ambule said, if we're united, we have the likes of A.B. Quentel. I mean, we have all the beautiful high life legends with us in this club. And the young ones like us would have to tap into it, their knowledge, their expertise, their skill, so that we would also sharpen our skill and then fight with them together to push the genre higher. I have a dream. I have a dream. No one in the whole world would sing High Life better than a Ghanaian. Let's love, let's support, let's invest, and let's promote High Life. There will or might be few challenges, but together we will overcome it. High Life indeed is alive. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kumi. Yes. Kumi Guitar is also a member of the fan club as well. That is High Life is Alive fan club. Thank you very much, Kumi. That's right. Next on the bill, we're having Na Manoa of Wulume fame. Let's get off to her. Na Manoa. Yes. No fine. You want to feel no turn over you to be an
Yo, kenke nchame ni transfer no pai ni te agina ye ne kenu chumo ne he mi banye de o manye mi ba wo fe nye fe wo de o manye aha engona wa ake mi hu mene mfata ne ke club ne he lo mene ni chumo na chuo ne mi hu mba fata he beni papa twa mi ni ekemi nkele fie program shikome nke o papa te ayale ten nke o ka segbe yi ba nke o ma ba kama yue fi oko e fi ma ke wo nu pa ni chon he wo papa Mike again mini ni na le mi e shen yi wa de nche e ja ke beni woje no ameji meni damushi ni ame promote wulome ojugban ka she ha mi ne kegbe golden voice ne ina leche wa ni wajo le baba o na emu emi High Life ehiwa eja ke wiemu ni etosi omo eseju omo mi ejaji omo ewu omo nga ebu omo he echam lala echam ke o that feelings lala ko me ko nu echam ko be ni shepo ho na mi she ni bia ni wo me fe he wo ma ke wo gbulo ke afi no wi ake o me ne egbo o time ehu wo ye ni na mi se ehia ake noko ni ji washikweni ejake efi ko fa gbo te man se to bona chonye na wi o wi mo o dressing ko lala ojo ba tun hini oje ke okusun no fio High Life e mo denche atonya awie pii small man wie pii eja ke ko nu ko ikoko ke o ba chi ohe jagbo mo ko keke jibu lala High Life ni ji won wo no wo Ghanese won wo no ni ha wo mo ami ni wo kasi ani ye ni wo yi no to wo ni wa wulo me ato wo ni ye Mrs. Akapo enyumo hejola hanle ni tashite ni wo hejola hanle mo fi bo no dale ko pole yo ha ko she training ground se lo ba bashi si bien ne discipline etan ke wolo nupa sani wo buohi mi pa fai wa je ne ke club na a form ne bona chon na ba training gbeken bi ko nupa ife ye mi ke nklenya wo buawo hi ni wo sumo wo hi ijake wo yen no ko ni chi ayo pi small man you pi ijake before me ka atwa High Life aba atwa jo fejo Shika me ko ikoko. Amenjo no ne yimsha menjo. Amenjo, wo mi pa fai wa. Wo me ni wo cho hie. Wo ka mehe. Ni obayin ko bla ye hu ni ba. Nya wo momo amemi. Na me ho me ba me shi na cho se ame. Ni wo fie won kase ni lulu. No ni wo le. Wo kakato. Wo fie wo jelepo. Bona fe ni wo mama shi. Wo aliake Ghanaians lo Ghana biye. One high life ji wo ni waka me wo ha me kokome. Na me shon ye wode. Wo ya dowa wo ya no finu. Acheche pi. Imagine fini o Ghana ame ya mejo. Si high life ke bote mi e cover fe ni don fe na wo nya ha wo mu ami ni wo ya wo hi ni wa do
wa anta manua o you are na amanua anta manua e 4p beneda ka na e 4 wa denche we ga fio fantenyo jimishi we ga fio wo ba che anke be crental. Let me just sing a tune before he comes, because Auntie Amana says something. She says music, especially Ghanaian music and high life, it's healing for us. It heals the soul. So indeed, our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thou will be give us this day. Thank you. All right, and Kerry, take over. Pampana.
Eyo. One phone call, one famra.
I just so be me.
One phone call, one famra inara. Oh yeah, ye. High life. Man, did that. High life. Nka oboso ayedo bia wato nsum. No nyo biala mom saving. High life and damna waye. Kwa no loko ehunde oloko. Baka kakra bi obodo.
Ye wait my way china.
Inti sesia no. Tami jira bi wo ya ye wo sesia me digire he. Oye jira bi bia ye yinara ya bo tenku da ye save her life. What come on say you save her life.
Yeah, jina.
Na her life no so obaba back. Enti wa baby mo ayade waje wodan enti minuanom dama yade ya tama boy ya tama non wo me yandama me for save her life ombra ungina the first her life. Oh, Shamuha was a half no local, her life no local. Women soon munina. No star or represent Ghana. Or represent one Ghana ya at the Shamai. Nahen and your man, you do two hours. Yede sayara yede ye bibiara oni ye bade oni her life oni her life emi bia wa besin ko me ye nyum bi asa her life na masaw her life na masaw masaw funky oji mo ko to dwom Jim Sumo, or the Demoko to them. I did Demoko to them. High life now, my sound. It's high life, the Yamin, young kind of quad. Young too, young high life, which you walk one biado. Enti ayagayaga yo a wodere ban. In fact, I made the wofia na me aho. Yefia mu wofia na me aho. Da bad na nkofi wori ye nuanom bad na wori ye. Ayagayaga yo fu yi wo kasa wo. Enti me masama anyi de. Ye nyina ye fa ye tam ye tamano. They answer high life in Gina in Gina Hall. What's a mom corona yanko?
You face marks. Okay. Pampa, so stand by him. All right.
About the one you boy. My high life again, no one you more.
I'm going home, but Angelina, Juliana.
Hey, what's the city of Porto? I can be factor
why, never know where Kumatia. One more Mukata, one more. Why, never know where Kumatia. I never know where Kumatia. More, your best show. More, your best show. Many for the Bolga, your bedroom, Kuma say, I remember Fife, you man. I know about him until 1 year first year.
You know, this is what I love about Uncle. You see, only a person who can stick to the extent that some tribe will say that will beat you. Why Atia? Atia, one of the she's all right, Baba, what's you continue?
Creativity at its best. He create the songs at any time and he feel free in singing it so easily. That is talent for you. He does music so easy. And whenever they are holding the microphone, they feel free. They do it their own way. I really admire them so much. I mean, the lives of A.B. Kwenso, Pat Thomas, whenever they are holding the microphone singing, now Manuel and Co., they feel free and they sing freely. This tells us that, yes, indeed, high life is in our gene.
Yes.
It's part of us. That makes us Ghanaian, true Ghanaian. So it's about time that we start projecting our own and stop copycatting with people's own and we're calling it our own. We should do our own. One song that he did that I admire so much. Messi Afwe I want Tonsa. Messi Afwe I want Tonsa. Now where's your uncle Habre? That's right. Let's give it up to A.B. Kwenso once more. That's right. Yes. And A.B. Kwenso is here with his beautiful wife, Adra Bumbu. That is, whenever you hear Adra Soberman, then that is the woman he's referring to. Adra Bumbu. That's right. That is the wife of A.B. Kwenso. That's right. And also, the next on the door, we're calling our own, the man with the golden voice, Pat Thomas. Yes, the man with the golden voice. whenever he holds the microphone and he's singing,
Uncle
he
Pat
does
will
it
make
so
it brief
free.
for us. Uncle Pat will make it very brief for us.
Yeah, very brief.
Yeah.
This is your microphone.
Yes, please. Thank
Yes.
you, Uncle
Now,
Pat.
what's sanitizer?
Everything is sanitized. That's it.
Yeah. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, one more time. I'm very grateful to be. I'm so grateful to be part of this inauguration. In the first place, I'd like us to give thanks to God Almighty for choosing Papa Watsi, the founder of this club. You know, yeah. Not forgetting the executive members who have sacrificed their time to support us. We thank them. And Highlife is our own. It's also our heritage. Let's do the best that we can to support it, to keep Highlife alive. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's right. That is the man. Oh, Mami Nkebi, Sikai Moja man. Yes, the man with the Sikai Moja. What's afternoon in the That's right, Papa. Give it out there. Support the fight. Yeah.
You're the Moina Munde.
Papa.
And then be me boy.
Yeah.
When you are some Muaza, Anna, the Mudu Yasonia. When you Muenya Sumuaza, Muasasamentas, Momonte. Okay. Masaka. Hey, Pampa. Muenya Sumuaza, Muasasamentas, Muanusumentuman Kasi. Mike. Muenya Sumuaza. Muasasamentas, Muachra. Hey, may you go, we bobo. Masaketi sana manu keke oda samuna mai miyoko wi bo masaketi sana manu keke oda sa iti wama mi kebiai obiara tu bie wama mi shebiai yeah wama mi tebie wama mi kebiai. Oh, my bro.
That is so beautiful. The next on the bill will call on Pozo Hayes to give us just a statement of our lives, just anything, just a statement or two. I think I can give the mic to him over there. This is a song or two.
Oh, okay. Yes, sir.
I'm be bringing now. I'm on for nature, pa. Na so chabina sama ya. Wamba kanse. Mako jisi kedu. Ako wapo denye sika. Naso na woni masi tremu. Efiti ase no. Agigan fwe. Na mi modimbo. Eni papa mi boya.
Oh yeah, me the now. I'm off for me chapa. Na so challenge us my yeah. One back answer. My coach is sick. My go pray the Jessica. Na so na when you must sit if it's us I know. Sha-da-da. Agiga free. Nebi mondimbo. Any papa maybe. Ada for one yaki kike. One for papa yemwe chuma. All right, thank you so much.
We miss this team. Thank you for the hands. Wow. I mean, it's nice and refreshing to hear some of these songs way back in the time. Some of us experienced them, and so we know we can identify ourselves. Some of the youth can't even identify. They don't know what these songs are. So we need to play them, remind them. They are beautiful songs that rebuke you, exalt you, or advise you in one way or the other. The next person we'll call is Uncle Bessa Simon.
Yes, Pat is a member of the fan club. Lisa is also a member of the fan club.
Yeah.
And again, he is the acting president of Musica. Let's give it up to
All right. Thank you.
That's your microphone. Wow.
Thank you.
High life.
It's alive.
Wow. Mr. Chairman.
Yes, sir.
Members of the high table, all protocols of the fellow musicians. I'm so happy to be here today. Today is a very special day, actually, because this is an organization that is going to help high life music, especially the youth who are shy and afraid to say they are high life musicians, although they sing high life anyway. Also, what to abroad for you, high life you know what to. I think my brothers have said everything. You know, we, like the older musicians, Ambule, A.B. Krenzel, we all learned from our elders. And if you go to any country, it's like that. We start from the top. You learn from the Onyinas, the Ikes, all the way down. And then when they learn, they pass it on to us. When we learn, we pass it on to the next generation. But, you know, something happened and there was a big gap. When some of us were not so fortunate to be sent abroad, all the high life musicians left the country and something happened. But all I can say is with High Life Alive organization, this is the time for us to do so many things to bridge the gap. If you go to any country, what they do is they protect their music. You know, there's no, if you are in UK and you play like Rolling Stones or Beatles, the government supports you. Because there are a lot of influences coming from outside to come and take over your culture. When your culture is gone, it affects your GDP, it affects your money, it affects your musicians, it affects the next generation. So I know with High Life Alive, whilst we are doing the workshops, we're also going to make sure our governments cushion, especially high life musicians, so that, you know, if somebody comes from abroad with dancehall or something and it's taking over your culture, you also make sure that people who are doing high life are also looked after, so that they don't feel like, oh, because no, we have to make ours work. Because actually, when you leave our shores and you go to other countries, once you're a Ghanaian, what are they looking from you? High life music. If you're Ghanaian musicians, they want to hear high life music. And a lot of people in this room have traveled all over the world with high life music, and we know how important and how valuable high life music is. So this is something I will Also, once I'm a member here, we'll make sure that we do workshops that will encourage the young musicians, encourage the radio presenters and the media houses to make sure that high life music is at the forefront, and our children know what it means. I remember when I started playing music, I was a little boy, and this is the time where organ was becoming very popular in high life music. And the first song that took me away from what my friends were doing, we were playing Santana and all this dancing, was KJC's song Obaba Kwa Jijimi. That and as Honey played this keyboard solo on it, and it was a classic, so I had to learn it. All the keyboard players from my time learned this song, and it was a high life song. So this is something we have to make sure we encourage. The other thing is, GBC was the only radio station at that time, and they were paying royalties. So my last but one thing I'm going to say is, we have to make sure logging is back. If we don't bring logging back into our system in Ghana, we'll be fighting a losing battle. And my last one is, we have to be united. We, the older musicians, we are fighting amongst ourselves too much over nothing. Everybody who's got good idea, bring it to the table. Let's make sure our business, music business, the show business is well managed, and people, when they play music, when they play your music on radio, something like my brother Ambule said, you should be paid. When you make a song, it's like building a house. We'll be rent to fear. What do? They pay what? Exactly. So wherever they play our music, we should be paid. So we should do that. I thank you very much, and I know we're going to go for it. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you very much, Bessa. That's right. That was the acting president of Musica, Mr. Simons. Thank you very much for coming. All right. Right now, I just want to introduce the man, David Donto, a.k.a. Ghana Man. He's also in our mix here. Yes, sir, Dave. Thank you for being part of us. And also, I want to introduce the wife of our own, the man with the golden voice, Mrs. Pat Thomas. Mommy, let's see you. That's right. And also, we have our wonderful guy here, that is Shikome. Shikome, let's see you. He's a poet and a musician as well. That's right. Yeah. So we're still on the program, High Life is Alive inauguration this afternoon. And now we're going to call upon Kwampa to give us something brief so that we come up with the next item.
Thank you, Kwampa. That's another nice one. Akable, we'll call you to give us a word or two. Thank you. A round of applause for Akable. Thank you.
we are not going to take the girls away. You leave them too. Thank you. That's right. They say when your elders call you for a meeting like this, it's always a privilege. I mean, I was so excited when my uncle J.W. called me that I have to be part of this August meeting. And in actual fact, I was in the village, so I had to come all the way down to Accra. Unfortunately, nothing happened, but I mean, High Life is alive. It has been always alive, and it will always be alive, no matter what the influences. No matter what the influences. Uncle A.B. said, the Yagayo and the Yagayos and whatever. But that is how it is. I believe as a people, you always have to keep our identity and promote it. But then High Life is like a tree, I believe, and it has so many branches. Some will say, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But we don't have to forget that High Life is ours. And one thing that always baffles me is that when we talk about High Life, we only see older men and old women. We don't have to forget that High Life is Ghana, and Ghana is High Life. So one day born baby is High Life. One thing we don't also have to forget is that look, we play High Life at the conference center. We play High Life at +233. We play High Life at the National Theatre, and we charge 200 cedis, 300 cedis. Do you think a 10-year boy, a 20-year boy will be able to afford 200 cedis to come and listen to High Life? Why don't you play High Life on the streets? Let's play High Life on the street for the ordinary man to come and enjoy it. The 15-year-old boy will have to come and listen to High Life. If you play High Life at conference center, do you think the 15-year boy will be able to come and then listen to High Life? So I'm pleading with everybody. That is why in my own small way and my team, we have created World High Life Day concert. Last year we did it at +233, and this year was to be done at our branch spot opposite on the street, and it is going to be held on the 7th of March every year. Okay. So that on the streets, the 15-year-old boy will be able to come and listen to High Life.
Thank you, Akable. He has said it all, but still we need to add some value to it. We'll play it on the street as much as possible, but then when there's the need also to collect some small coins, we need to do that to add some value to it. Thank you very much, Akable. And the next thing we are going to have is very, very important to us, and it's all about the reason why we are here. The formal launch declaration by King Dr. Odaifio Walanche, that is the paramount chief of Nungwa traditional area. I stand to be corrected. Please, a round of applause for him. If he's here. Okay. All right. Alent is not here, present with us. So the Director General of GBC, Professor Amin Al-Hassan, and our chairman will do that for us. Thank you, our bosses. Thank you very much.
We can go down there.
A round of applause, please.
That's right. And then the fireworks. But okay.
High Life. We have a full room, but I'm hearing half sound. High Life. is alive. High life
It's alive.
High life.
It's alive.
I think it's now my pleasure, my honor, and strong feeling to declare High Life is Alive Club formally inaugurated.
High life will say, high life will say, high life, oh, high life, oh,
Thank you very much. Wow. Thank you.
I'm made in Ghana, you can take me to London. I'm made in Ghana, you can take me to Lagos. But I'm made in Ghana. I'm made in Ghana. I'm made in Ghana. I'm made in Ghana. I'm made in Ghana, you can take me to London. But I'm made in Ghana, you can take me to Lagos. But I'm made in oh man, no say yo. Oh man, no say yo. Yes, and now, say, oh man, for me, oh man, no say yo. Oh man, no say yo. Yes, and now, say, oh man, for me, oh man, no say yo. Oh man, no say yo. Yes, and now, say, oh man, for me,
Thank you so much. Even the serpents likes music. If you continue to play music in your house, you have visitors of serpents visiting you. All right. We go to the chairman for his closing remarks. I think the most important part have been done. We've all enjoyed ourselves, haven't we? We've healed our souls with soothing music, very refreshing ones. Thank you, sir. Mr. Mike Hagan, Jr., your remarks for us, please. Sir, you can sit there. Oh, you want to come here? Hey, this man is a strong man. A round of applause for him once again. I like his enthusiasm. Thank you, sir.
Because my name is Mike, I like to come to the microphone. I believe in a tradition that believes also that organization decides everything. And I am so impressed with the organization of this function here today that I strongly believe that success is written all over. Amen. I can also see the kind of personalities that have gathered here, and that underscores the fact that the people behind this club are very strong and determined people, and I can see success all over. High life is our heritage, and I think that this effort will go a long way to make sure that they succeed in their endeavors. Ambule is a brother and a friend, and I like his performance here this morning. It's now afternoon, isn't it?
Yes.
I was going to ask him how many hats he has. But that's not because of the hat he's wearing, but his lecture ability. He gave a total lecture of highlight music. So I'm sure that he'll be able to convince the young ones to also believe that high life is our heritage. We have come to the end of this program, and I'd like to express sincere thanks to all of you for coming. It's been a very small group here this morning and this afternoon, but the weight that the group carries is enormous. Every individual here has a major role to play in this venture. And I'm sure with God's own blessing, this group will succeed in what their target goals are. In conclusion, I'd like to express once again my own sincere thanks for the support you gave me to be able to preside over this function. Thank you so much, and we'll meet again soon.
Amen. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. In Akan, we say the Penyin Kasa Nansu Asa, so we don't have anything else to say. All has been said. And so we call on Uncle David Onto. We've missed you, Uncle David, to give us a vote of thanks. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I would first of all want to thank the Director General of GBC in advance for giving us this studio to do high life programs at least once every month. When Neil Armstrong stepped on the moon, he said, "This is the step of a man, but that is a leap for humankind." This event is history that has been made. High life music will stand up strong again. We thank the good Lord for creating this day, giving us this life to be here for this event. The higher excellence of life is art, and key in that is music. And that is why in the heavens they will tell you the angels sing. Music cannot be left behind in anything, and we thank God for creating music in us. We want to thank Kwampa. This is a very small combo band, but they are filling a certain space in this country. And I believe if they add one or two horsemen, the Ghana government must create Ghana centers in all embassies around the world. The Warrior King centers. So that groups like Kwampa can go and perform there every now and again. Every occasion, every national holiday, every anniversary, every festival, tour the world. That is one sure way of promoting our music outside. And also get Ghanaian musicians who are resident outside to be patronizing those Ghana centers. And key amongst them, all the key musicians amongst them, they give them, stipends so that they survive to create music and sell Ghana music out there. In as much as we do same here, it's very, very important. I would like to thank our chairman for the occasion, Mr. Mike Egan. He's one person, I've never told him, but he's one person who actually got me to start acting. In this very studio, he interviewed Mr. George Andrew Wilson, and I played in his small T.S. Eliot play, Gas the Theatre Cat, and after the performance, I played the lead. I heard him say, we were hiding behind the curtains, and he said, that boy who played the lead, he will be a very good actor. That time I had not thought about acting at all. And when I took that cue, here is where I am today. That is where people like that are so important in a country, in a nation. They build the nation. I'd like to say that this is one event that I've seen the richest high table in culture in Ghana. 3 former director generals of GBC are on the table. Mr. Mike Egan, the one and only emperor in Ghana, is here. And my own brother here, I think this man has to be given an award. He is a great ambassador of high life music. Very, very, very important. I'd like to thank him so much for the work he's doing to push high life around the world. I watch on YouTube. He shows in Germany, in Holland, in Brazil, in the US, and you wonder, where does this man get the help and the support to do all these things that he's doing? But he's one person selling high life music around the world. And we have to thank him so much for that thing. Today I've been so happy to see Uncle A.B. Ewuya Nana. Nana John Apinting, former Media Commission. We thank you so much for coming. You have been the former executive director or chairman of National Media Commission. I think a lot of the work will be thrown back to you to put your mouth in so that media houses in Ghana make sure that high life music gets played, because high life music is what identifies us to the world. Look, geographers recognize Ghana on the world map. So when you look at the world map, you see Ghana there. Politicians, economists, scientists, and all those people recognize Ghana because Ghanaians have made names all over there. When you go to the entertainment world, what the world recognizes Ghana with is high life music. There's nothing other than high life music. And I believe once we identify that thing with ourselves, it will be very good for the world to also follow suit, because this, like Ambule said, is the mother of all dance music in the world. Every music in this world's beat fits in high life. And that is where we hold the trump card, but we have not made the best use of it. I would want us to identify this day as High Life Day in Ghana. The co-founder and the former co-convener of Ghana Culture Forum, Efo Akunu Dake, is here. And I want Efo, first I thank him for coming, and I want him to let it sink into the Culture Forum, that for every event they do, they have to make sure that they sing high life music. It's very, very, very important. Everybody, whether in the studio here, in Ghana, in Africa, or on the world stage anywhere, if you're watching this event, we want to thank you so much for being part of this wonderful occasion. Dance high life music and experience the drama of the Warrior King, Ghana. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sir Dave, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. That's right. High life. High life. That's right. Now the club has finally been inaugurated. And this is our logo. You can say it by yourself. This is the logo of the fan club. That's right. So this tells you that yes, indeed, now High Life is really alive. Yes. And we're going to push it to the top. Trust me. And I want to say a big thank you to all the High Life is Alive fan club members. I really appreciate your effort. Keep it up. And I know with togetherness, we'll move forward to wherever we want to attain. All right. Now, before we move on, I want to acknowledge some of our musicians who are present with us here currently. All right. First and foremost goes out to you, Mr. Simons. Thank you very much for coming. Yeah. And then acting president of Musica. We really appreciate your time. And also to you, Mr. David Donto, aka Ghana Man. You have a wonderful time, and thank you very much for coming as well. And also to you, A.B. Crenshaw, Uncle A.B. That's the breed. And then not forgetting our old mother, Na Manua, of Volume fame. Now, you are done and also to you, Akable.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for passing through. And also to you, Puzzle Hayes.
Thank
yes,
you.
Nana Kodu. Yeah. Thank you too for coming. And also, Kumi Guitar. Thank you very much. Not forgetting, we have Yao Stone in our maze here too as well. Yeah, let's see you. Yao Stone, thank you very much for passing through. And again, we have our own Jedouble Ambule. Thanks so much, Seble, for passing through. And also, Pat Thomas. Sir Pat, thank you very much for being part of this wonderful occasion. We are so much grateful to you.
All right, to all our technical men and crew, thank you very much. It's been your efforts and then your skills by which we've put this on TV and on radio. To the GBC News crew and also GTV main and all our FM stations, especially Unique FM 95.7. Thank you so much. It's all too soon. We've come to the end of the launch. Thank you so much. My name is Diana Lord Enforcement, my co-MC.
My name is Opon Amponsa, aka Papa Wasti.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much for coming. All right. That's right.